here. Our culture, we're genuinely a very great group of people. Everyone that's just always willing to lend a hand.
When I have a suggestion or a concern and I voice it, leadership actually hears me.
As a consultancy, every person has a role and has something to bring to the table. There's just a lot of opportunities here if you're up for the challenge.
Jump on board, be part of the fun ride, because we're going places.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with the blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Bertner Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
Thanks to you. faithfully standing with us, you are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Hey Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Welcome to opening night. Central Christian Academy, the Chargers and the Titans of Taylor High School basketball back and well-versed for the season of 23-24. With Coach Keith Myers, I'm Jim Barber. Let's talk about tonight's sponsors. For the opening night for both teams, the Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Aspen Creek Grill. Why go anywhere else for delicious food? Bertner Electric provides quality electrical services in central Indiana. Boilermaker 374, we're second to none in quality and performance. Clean Slate, inspired innovation that moves business forward. Piper Logistics, from warehousing to transportation and everything in between. Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference. Watch the best Division III basketball on HCAC TV, where you always have a front row seat. Follow us at HCACD3 and by Wheeler Mission Drumstick Dash. Move your feet so others can eat. Contrasting teams here tonight, Coach. One replenishing its lineup, another one just starting over. And you have coached a number of games and been in a number of programs, but how does a program start again when things kind of went south last year?
Yeah, it's really tough, to regroup, especially when you had a program as rich as Central Christian has been years after year after year, winning several Christian state championships. Bobby Brown and I coached each other against a couple of those, beat me in a double overtime where I would have had 4 of those babies, and I still won't forgive him. But, yeah, you lost interest of the program. You had to drop the program for 1 year. You're now an ISHA school, so that means you're on probation for a year. You're going to regroup, and you're going to see 9 to 10 freshmen playing varsity basketball, where last year they were playing 6-minute quarters. Now they're playing 8-minute quarters. You'll see the keys of the game, how important that will be. But you reestablished, and the good thing is he thinks they're on the right foot. Now he stepped down as the head coach. He's now the athletic director. He wants to concentrate on fundamentally, but not only for the basketball program, but for that education program in that school, in that area, in the south side of Indianapolis. Central Christian has been known to bring good kids in. They'll rebound very well. Might take some lumps to this week and this year. Taylor, on the other hand, very young as well, but Bobby Waddell has won a state championship at Tinley, knows how to build that program. So 2 different contests, and it'd be interesting to see what team comes out first. I have an idea, but that's why we play the games.
Yeah, Titans will be the favorite tonight. That's not a surprise. In fact, they started last year 12-0.
I know.
Before things kind of evened out a bit and ran into their usual Achilles heel in the tournament, that being Tipton in the Tipton sectional. But when you talk to Coach Winnell, his feeling is that he really has, as he told the Kokomo Tribune, a very talented group.
Yeah, and they're young. He has no senior in the program. I used to love that. I loved when freshmen became sophomores and sophomores became juniors. I never wanted them to become seniors. In fact, I held some of our kids back, but they didn't like that at all. But yeah, he's been established, and he told me today. He goes, they're not varsity ready. The next 3 or 4 games, they got to get varsity ready. And so that means that they're going to work hard. You'll see them work very hard on the defensive end. They'll take decent shots, but he says there are times where they'll just go kind of crazy and they'll throw up a shot and he'll have to call a timeout and calm people down.
Yeah, I can tell you're a former coach and a good one because you still remember the losses.
Oh.
And I worked with Gene Cady for a number of years at Purdue, and he could recount games 25 years ago and still mad about a situation didn't go his way.
I still remember the official calling double dribble with no time left on the clock.
Here we go.
And we need to be on the free throw line. We go into overtime, we get beat by 1.
Uh-huh.
That guy is now one of my good friends because, officials do make mistakes. He'll never admit that mistake because he always says, well, how many times did you miss free throws that game? I missed 16. So you should have won by 16, Coach.
But you didn't shoot him. I mean,
no.
You guys shooting for you.
Yeah, we had those young kids shooting.
Titans really feel that they can make a move in 1A and maybe get a shot at Tipton, even though the 2 games that they've lost in the tournament have been one-sided. So what are they trying to prove tonight, and also with 5 consecutive road games to start the season?
I kind of like that. I talked to him about that. Why all those road games? He goes, because my kids are young. I didn't want them to be embarrassed their first home game.
Really?
So very interesting. I don't think I've played 5 road games in the 5 years I coached. But you establish because you play different on the road than you do at home. At home, your friends are there. You're nervous. Grandma and Grandpa is there. IndianaSRN could probably be watching your game. Because I tell you what, these kids found out today they were IndianaSRN. They went to his room and said, "What does that mean?" He goes, "Just play basketball." So
that's great.
So when you're away from home, there's less pressure. than when you go home, because your girlfriend's your cheerleader, and all those kids are watching you. So I like the idea. I don't know if I would play 5 straight, but, coach does coach.
And, in fact, they'll have another road game coming up this weekend at Maconaquah, then North Miami, then Westfield, then Western Boone. So it's not until December 8th that they'll play a home game against a team they're probably pretty familiar with in the area at Northwestern.
Yeah, and a nice little rival game to be just before Christmas break.
Yeah. We'll come back and continue to set the scene for you tonight on opening night between Taylor and Central Christian, the Titans, and the Chargers.
To you. Standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Hats off to tonight's officials for their dedication and hard work. Without them, we don't play. If you don't have something nice to say, do not say anything at all. Sportsmanship is everybody's job. Jim Barber and the coach, Keith Myers, getting you set up for Taylor and Central Christian. Taylor will start Dre McClaskey, Christian Hall, Kayshawn Galloway, Connor Binion, and Javion Harris tonight against the team, as the coach mentioned, has almost all freshmen, minus Corin Walker and Daniel Canada. So what might we expect from the Chargers, and how important is it for them to hold their own at the start of the game here?
Well, let's look at the keys of the game that I have for you, Jim. I think they got to get their legs. They're used to playing 6-minute quarters. That extra 2 minutes each time is very difficult. 8 minutes running up and down the floor, 3 officials, no touch fouls. So you got to be ready for that. You also then have to eliminate your turnovers. It's your first game of the year with this group of people, so you got to eliminate your turnovers, and then you got to win the 50-50 balls. If you do that, you probably can stay in the ball game. If they can control the tempo, I think they'll be okay. For Taylor, they got to get off to a good start. They're on the road. They got to get off to a good start. No pressure is on them. All they have to do is play their game. They have now sophomores. They don't have freshmen. Rebound the ball well, and then play within your strengths. If your strength is inside, bound it inside and hit your inside game. If it's outside, get your outside shooting go. Whatever you do, play within your strength. Do not play without your strength. And then always, both teams, listen to your coaches. They know better than you do. You're 16, 17. They're 35, 36, maybe even 50. And when I was on the floor, maybe even 55.
My guess, too, is that both Bobby Winnell and Mike Kinney will find out a lot about their teams tonight. And, in fact, even as Joe, it's just the first game, we'll make some observations. And typically a coach always says, from game 1 to game 2 marks your biggest improvement. You hear that in football a lot. How about in basketball?
Well, in basketball, the same thing. With both of these teams are right now are 0-0. So they have a winning record, right?
And that's good spot to be. That's
exactly a good spot to be. The next game for Taylor, they play McConaughey. McConaughey is going to be really, really good. So I guarantee you, McConaughey is watching this game tonight, Jimmy, or they're in the stands. For Central Christian, their next game is Indiana Math and Science. And, again, those teams will probably watch each other. So it'll be very interesting. Now you're playing on Tuesday night. Everybody else is playing Wednesday. We got some big games for you coming up on Wednesday night basketball as well. Just the first game of the year is going to be a lot of fun to watch.
About set for our national anthem and prayer here at Central Christian Academy. CCA, formed all the way back in 1971. It's been around for a while. And Taylor, as you know, with a great history. And Bobby Winnell, who coached a state championship. Indianapolis Tinley, coached there a number of years before going on to Kokomo for 4 seasons. and then on to Taylor.
Interesting thing that this court is now called Bobby Brown Court, which was the head basketball coach for many years, and they honored him last year with the naming of the court. It's pretty cool to see. For the first time, we can call it Bobby Brown's Court tonight.
And well-deserved. Let's take a break and go back with the opening tip.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Now we mentioned the Titans with 5 consecutive road games kicking off tonight, 7-1 in the Hoosier Heartland Conference last year, and a good road team, Keith, at 8-3, which I suppose, even though you replace just about everybody, is always a positive sign because they start the road very quickly this year.
Well, if you started 8-3 last year on the road, and you're now you play your first 5 games on the road, you should be 5-0, hopefully, right?
Yeah,
that's the hope here for Central Christian. They're on the road next week as well. So again, the matchup, first game of the season. I'm excited that IndianaSRN is kicking off their season. This is our 16th year doing this. Thousands of people are watching. So if you're a sponsor out there looking for some way to spend some money, go our way. You can contact us at coach@indianasrn.org.
Yeah, I love coaches. They're always selling, aren't they?
Yes, sir.
You got to believe in them. Black unis belong to the Titans tonight. And the red uniforms for Central Christians. Take a look at the Titans and listen in as to who's going to start tonight. Christian Hall, you just saw him moments ago, along with Keyshawn Galloway, number 10. 11 is Connor Binion. Javion Harris is 12. And now take a look at Central Christian with all freshmen minus 2 players. That's Kyler Perry, number 11. (15) is Hudson Miller. 23, Braden Davis. 24, Kai Baker. Well, they may be all freshmen. They don't look nervous.
No, they don't look nervous at all.
3 officials tonight. The head coach is Mike Kinney. First season, he was assistant, as the coach mentioned, under Bobby Brown. Played just 1 game last year. Season went south after December. And so Kinney's got a new program to build here. Should be a lot of fun to watch.
One of our officials is Rick Knight. I'll point that out to you. Rick and I started officiating together in 1977.
So he didn't make a call against you, did he?
I never hired him. I needed a win, Jim. Here we go.
It's a good way to get around with everybody and along with everybody.
Okay, good.
Harris jumps center, and in the black unis, here come the Titans on offense first. And they'll be up against a man-to-man. Good-looking young group for the Titans. Number of transfers. Still waiting on another transfer as well. McClatchy handed moments ago, and it's a 2-0 start for the Titans.
That was Christian Hall in the basket.
It'll be the first of many, we think. Full court pressure and traveling, and a turnover. First of the season for Central Christian.
A little bit of pressure coming out of the game. And, with a young team, that's what you want to do. Put pressure, make them make mistakes, and then capitalize on those mistakes as quickly as you can.
I don't think Coach Mike Kinney will sit down tonight. How patient will he be with all this freshman group?
Well, because he got all freshmen, I think he'll have to be really patient all year long.
Drive to the hoop, but nicely done by Hall, who has 2 field goals already to start the game, Coach.
And here comes the press again.
I'm going to try to turn him over quickly and turn it into points. Another steal, this time picked up by Javion Harris. So 4-0 start as anticipated. The favorite Titans, very aggressive so far with 2 field goals, mostly off turnovers. Another drive to the hoop, great dish underneath to Harris, who lays it off the pass from Dre McClatchy.
Quick start here, that's exactly what Taylor needed here. Now taking off the press.
By the way, was Bobby Wannell, was he nervous today when you talked to him?
No, he seemed like he was really relaxed. He was eating lunch, so I'm sure he was enjoying his Subway sandwich.
You caught him at a good time on the drive to the basket and the steal. Connor Binion, it is 8-0 in favor of Taylor. Wow.
Quick. Played 2 minutes.
Now they'll pull the pressure off and meet him at half court. Let's see if the Chargers can get a field goal and maybe get rid of some of those nerves that might be out of there, as there is pressure in the backcourt. 23, Braylon Davis. Now inside against the double team. Nicely done. Davis with a hoop. And so the shutout is broken. But back in the other end, Dre McClatchy scores. Check that. Javion Harris. And for Harris now, he has 4 in the game.
How about the pink tinnies on the court for Javon?
I like it.
I love it.
Yeah. Oh, to be different, huh? Oh, to be young, you know? 3 on the way for the outside, banked in. How about that? Didn't have to call it. Down the other way, basket by number 11, Connor Binion, and the pace is picking up nicely. Well, Central Christian down 8-0 has come back with a field goal and a 3, and we have a timeout.
No, we have somebody limping.
Okay. Yeah, in fact, it is number 4, Christian Hall, to the bench. So play will continue. With 3 minutes into the opening quarter, and the Titans ahead 12-5. You surprised at this start, by the way?
No, I thought Taylor would come out and put a little bit of pressure on it. You got to do that with young team. Nice backdoor cut.
Pretty good ball move, but another 3 on the way. You got to admire the Chargers so far with youth, still challenging, but on the other end, in a lot of ways almost overmatched on the way that the Titans attacked the basket. And with that, there will be a timeout call by Mike Kinney, as the Titans have jumped out to a 14-5 lead. Full timeout with 4:43 in the first quarter.
We really focus on modern application development, DevOps, so automating the whole process of delivering your solution, and cloud architecture.
Is very important for mid to large companies to have cloud partners, because you can't possibly have all the talent you need to address the complex ecosystem of the cloud.
We advise them on all parts of their business. And then when things are defined and we see a clear goal, Clean Slate also then goes and does the work.
We have a team that is very passionate about what they do. We love to solve complex problems, and there's a lot of companies out there that will avoid, getting involved in those things, and I think that's why clients like to work with us.
Welcome back to Central Christian Academy. Keith Myers, Jim Barber. Great start so far for the Taylor Titans, leading 14-5 against Central Christian in the red unis and with the basketball as they bring it up court. What do you think the conversation was with the coach at the right-hand part of the screen, Mike Kinney, during the break?
Relax, breathe, play our game.
Got off a good shot there in the baseline. But once again, Taylor, very aggressive and an electric-style offense here.
I do like how they run the floor. I don't like it that they let them penetrate, but I do like how they run the floor. And, again, last year you're playing junior high basketball.
Yeah.
You were the king of the court. Varsity's totally different.
Shot off the right foot, missed. They're not getting second opportunities, although a steal right now by the Chargers. And another hop, skip, and a shot to the basket. That's by Kai Baker. Is that part of the offense?
I don't know, but John Hapacek would be very happy that
Yes.
he shoot that shot.
On the other end, that bounces several times. Shot missed by McClaskey, who has yet to score yet, but he'll get into the column eventually. He's too good. And that's a three on the way.
Galloway on the basket.
That's his first points. Fourth person in scoring, 17-7 Taylor. One thing I like, though, about the Chargers, they're not afraid to look toward the goal and attack it. Sometimes teams that are so young, they won't even look to the hoop. That wasn't a good shot.
No, that wasn't a good shot.
But I like that.
They react pretty well on this zone.
Another drive to the goal. That one missed, and it's 1 and out. Taken down by the Chargers. Difficult pass, but picked up in the corner, and they continue the possession in the hands of Hudson Miller, who has a three. And inside action again. 17-9. Trailed 8-0 in the game to the Chargers. Since then, 9 points apiece, Keith.
Yes, sir.
That's an open three from the left side, but they'll try to penetrate as we're under 3 for the first quarter. Beautiful spin move inside, but missed by Connor Binion. Here comes Central Christian. Hanging around.
No.
That's like an NBA three.
My goodness. That's the volleyball court.
Yes, back the other way. Another opportunity on a drive to the basket. Counted for Connor Binion, who's got 6, and put him on the stripe. How about that 30-foot attempt moments ago? I think Kai Baker is getting a. What was that all about?
Yeah, that was not in our run. That's not in our rotation.
No. But yet you get down 8-0 in the first quarter, and it looks like it's going to be a landslide. And
then
you held your own. Yeah.
Nice little crowd on hand tonight as we see. Binion has 8 unofficially.
3-point play there. 20-9. Those must be the expensive seats over there at Central Christian.
Those are 7 1/4.
Yeah.
Everything else is $5.
Okay.
Where we are, these are $55 seats.
Yeah, and then well-deserved.
And then one.
Good block
nice
there
defense
by Connor Binion. So 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. 20-9. Opening night for both teams as the Chargers will play Indiana Math and Science next Tuesday night.
Oh, nice move.
Beautiful spin on the baseline. Shot just short, though.
Went after, though.
Yeah, won't get a second chance, though, as an outlet to Connor Binion. And Binion will throw one up and off the glass. And Connor Binion now has 4 field goals in the game and is approaching double figures. 22-9 in favor of Taylor. IndianaSRN with live high school basketball tonight from Central Christian.
1 of 160 this season.
You are rivaling ESPN and Fox with the amount of games you guys are carrying.
Well, you're part of us now, so you can say we.
Yeah.
Okay. I like your new tie, though. Tie looks good.
Yeah, thank you.
Your wife picked that out? The pink tie?
You can't mislead our viewers. They're too smart.
I know. I got you.
Down to a minute to go in the first quarter. 3 right side, just a little too strong. But the Chargers are following their shots. That's allowing them second opportunities like that one.
Can't buy a basket, though.
Clock down to 50 seconds. Here come the Titans again on the run, and again a foul called, and we'll have some free throws shot. Tamp's Sweet and Savory Cafe, one of our sponsors. If you're looking for great food for breakfast or lunch, check out Tamp's Sweet and Savory Cafe. They also specialize in baked goods, daily specials, open Wednesday through Sunday, 8 to 2, Tamp's Sweet and Savory Cafe located at 6427 Oak Landing Road in Indianapolis. First free throw missed by Jalen Wooten, trying to get on the scoreboard. Black unis with the red uniforms for the Taylor Titans, and it's almost all red with a different color number for the Chargers. 2 missed free throws. Clock winds down to 40 ticks. First quarter.
Nice. Kick it out. Look.
They're guarding Kai Baker out there. He doesn't have the ball, but they want to make sure he doesn't fire another 30-footer up there.
You know, Central Christian has moved the ball onto the right side of the floor, have not gone left at all the whole entire first quarter. You know, again, junior high basketball, you probably get away with that. Varsity teams will now force you to go left, and more turnovers will happen.
Yeah, let's watch that point and pick it up as we get deeper into the game. 15 seconds to go, first quarter. Titans playing for 1.
How about this patience, though? If
like
you're
it.
up 22-9, my kids would be chucking the seats right here.
3 seconds remaining. Great give and go. That's a basket and one for Dre McClaskey. His first field goal of the night, and you talked about the patience. That just looked really sweet.
That was very patient, ball control, knew who they wanted to get the ball to, got it inside, got it on the cup, was really got the contact. Good strength there.
Dre played in 25 games last year, averaged 4.5 points per game. Bob Winnell, the head coach, says we have talent, but we're not very big, and that may be a problem.
I love it when coaches say we're not very big, we're not very good. Well,
yeah,
you just scored 25 points in the first quarter of your first game. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and you got an 8-0 start, bump to 25-9. Second quarter coming up on IndianaSRN in a moment.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Welcome back. Second quarter just about to commence here on IndianaSRN. It's opening night for Taylor Christian Central Academy. You experienced a lot of opening nights as a coach. You're very successful as one in your past years. What's opening night like?
Back in the day when I coached, opening night was you told everybody in the whole entire neighborhood that you're playing. You say you have a really good team. The first time we stepped on the floor back in 2004, we didn't have a very good team, but we did have good crowds. Thank goodness my wife coached sixth grade. My wife was a sixth grade teacher and made her kids went to every single game, or we didn't have anybody in the stands. Year 2 was much better, was a semi-state runner-up. Year 3 was a state champion.
That's
Year
a
4
great
was
story,
a state
man.
champion. But I tell you what, it's a true story. I taught Bible in 6th grade, and I would tell them, I will buy you popcorn if you come, because there were 42 kids in 6th grade. Well, at least we had 42 kids, but they got in free. So, the check and balance was it was free, but it was kids in the stands.
Well, hey, you got them there. That's important. It's usually a mom-pop type of audience anyway to start with, and brother and sister.
4 of those kids end up playing varsity basketball for me before I left.
How about that?
Yeah.
3 right corner missed. Chargers who had trouble finding the 3 so far. And here comes the offense of Keyshawn Galloway.
Nice
a beautiful
look.
pass inside and another field goal.
Cosley Trueblood.
Yeah, it's Trueblood's first field goal of the game, and now 7 different scores for Taylor. Biggest lead at 27-9. That's Hudson Miller who has a field goal, handling outside. Another deep 3 on the way, a little bit too strong. Good rebound, though, inside.
That must be in his range, because
Sure.
Coach is not yelling at him at all.
That was a little closer than the other one he took in the first quarter.
Maybe 10 feet, but, I mean, still, that's – we had a rule, Jim, if you made it I didn't say anything. But if you missed the first one, then you play my way.
Another Purdue story, Glenn Robinson started off hitting, or Conzo Martin started off along with Robinson at 20% three-point shooting. Katie said, don't ever shoot another three ever again unless you can make it. And, of course, Conzo developed into a great three-point shooter. That's another and one scored by the Titans.
That's True Blood again.
Who has 2 field goals here in the second quarter and a chance to expand the lead to 30-9. This one's pretty much going as expected, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, both teams knew that, they wanted to do what they had to do. Central Christian, Mike knew very well that he's going to take some lumps this year. If they can maintain those kids and keep them playing, they're going to grow up to be really, really good.
Sure.
They're now freshmen. They'll understand 4 years from now when they're beating people like this, they'll remember games like this a lot. You don't want to get this out of your memory at all.
Yep. Another fast break opportunity and down to the hoop and foul called. And so Connor Binion, who already has 9 first-quarter points, going back to the free throw line. Well, you see this in a number of sports. You see this in college sports too many years ago. If you got a freshman backcourt, just as an example, they are going to take lumps early in their career, and then by the time they're seniors, they're going to be big men on campus.
Yeah, well, for the first time, these freshmen, they're getting bumped with not a foul being called. So they don't know what that contact feels like. So it's different for you. You get 16 games bumped like that, you'll get used to it.
Sure. Good point. With the coach, Keith Myers, Jim Barber just joining us. Early second quarter. Taylor leading Central Christian on opening night.
Hey, he followed the shot. Good job.
Yes. They've done a lot of that so far here in this game. Giving him another three-point opportunity. But the three-pointer is not falling so far.
Oh,
now
nice
a steal.
Take it up under. See, right there, you got to look behind. I know you don't have eyes behind you, but you got to realize your defender is behind you. You got to kick that back out, set it up, or go a little bit quicker to the hole. How about our little IndianaSRN in the corner there? Nice look.
Just like the networks. There's a foul coming up and 2 free throws.
We want to thank Bobby Brown and Bobby Waldell, both athletic directors for both schools, being very cooperative with us. And very nice to be back at Central Christian doing several of their games this season.
2 free throws coming up as Central Christian tries to hit double figures for the first time. Taylor has led the entire game as was anticipated against the Central Christian team rebuilding. New program. Season halted in December of last year. Now a bad pass off the inbounds. There's the 50-50 challenge for both teams. Showing a lot of spunk.
Oh, rotate that.
Now Binion will swing.
Got away with that bad pass.
Sure did. And an offensive foul.
Great defense. Straight up and down. Drew gets called for the offensive foul.
So the Chargers get the basketball back. Kai Baker off the inbounds pass will handle with the right hand. Baker has a field goal in this game. His team has 10. And we have a whistle.
Got to set the pick, got to stay there. You can't move away from that pick. Those used to drive me nuts. Miller on the foul.
So what was the biggest thing that drove you crazy? Was it that?
No, missed free throws. We practice free throws all the time. You got to be – Rick Barry used to tell people, you got to be 99%.
Well, he was close to it.
Well, I expected being 70. There were games that we were 30.
Beautiful move on the baseline is missed.
That and kids not using the backboard because the backboard can be your friend.
That was an old John Wooden thing
yes,
at UCLA.
Sir. Yep.
It remains 30-10. We're played 3 minutes, second quarter.
Remember reading a story when Bill Walton didn't use the backboard and he sat him on the bench. He goes, until you learn how to do that, you're not going to play anymore. But, Coach, I'm 6'8", but I'm the coach.
He also once told his coach he wasn't going to shave. He get a haircut.
Well, he did shave and got a haircut, didn't he?
Yeah, allegedly the story that Coach Wooden told me, he said, well, Bill will miss you. I don't know if it's truth or myth, but, if it's a good story, why not print it, huh?
I guess so.
Chargers have held their own here in the second quarter. It was 25-9 at the end of the first quarter. 5-1 difference for the Titans here in the second.
Too much dribbling. Got to give up the ball. You see the little bit of frustration now, the head down a little bit for Central Christian. You got to pump that up. You got to keep your head up. You got to realize it's a long, long season.
And probably for Central Christian, this feels like a long, long first half. Having difficulty scoring the ball, as you might expect. Now the double team outside against McClatchy.
Good
and a
defense.
Turnover. That's a three for the left corner on the way and buried. Mason Allen with a three. So in the second quarter, they have held their own, outscored just 5-4 in 4 minutes, Coach.
That's not bad, is it?
No.
Remember, this is when you remember. This is when you want to run this tape back, and here's what we've done well. Because defensively, they have really matched them up really because they haven't got much looks inside. Well, I jinxed you. Sorry about that.
Well, that usually happens after, before a missed free throw or something. Javion Harris with the field goal. He's got 8. 32-13 our score. We played more than half of the second quarter. Good to have you with us on IndianaSRN on opening night for these two teams.
Got 2 other games going on tonight on our sister station. Providence Crystal Ray taking on Traders Point, and a girls game, Covenant Christian and Speedway on our sister station. Nice look.
Tomorrow night we will see Guerin Catholic and Park Tudor in person. An electric atmosphere expected. Good pass by Javion Harris. Shot missed.
Oh, look at that kid jumping out of the gym.
Now Connor Binion for 3, and he knocks it down. Well, Binion's having a night. He's got 13.
Who's on that call with you tomorrow night?
You are.
Oh, okay. So we're leaving here to go there?
Yeah, our hotel's expected. And,
okay, fine.
Got the valet all set up.
Long road trip.
10
minutes from my house.
That one rims in and out by Hudson Miller, and it'll be out of bounds to the Titans. That'll be a lot of fun tomorrow night, though.
It's going to be nice to see Coach Tim and Bobby Allen.
Yep, and Park Tudor has had its way against Guerin over the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, they haven't won. Guerin hasn't won a game.
No, it's been a challenge. 2.5 remaining, first half.
Guerin Catholic was on the state champion
for
last year.
So close last year.
Yes, sir.
Losing to Northwood. Another drive to the basket by Connor Binion, who has 15 in the first half. Getting down to what Rebel Porter, the Pacers, used to say 2 minutes remaining, first half.
They have shot a lot of three-pointers where I think they could really go inside.
I agree. Use some clock, too.
Yes, sir.
Pass inside, deflected away, but maintained. Titans keep the ball.
Way to open up. Got to make that basket.
That was Jacob Trueblood with a shot. $1:45 remaining in the first half. Fast-moving first half. Not many fouls called. We invite you to move your feet so others can eat. Be a part of the Drumstick Dash on Thursday beginning at 9. You can either run or walk. For more info, sign up. Go to drumstickdash.org. A great event by Wheeler, Michigan, held every year, and they raised almost $800,000 last year.
Yeah, I've done that before. I'm not doing it this year. I've done that before. A lot of fun. I challenged Troy Derrigowski. Well, I challenged everybody, but, everybody said they're busy Thursday morning at 9 o'clock.
Doing what?
Whatever they want to do. Probably sleeping in. They're not going to be working with us. We don't have games on Thursday. First time in a while that we're not doing the state football championships.
Man, what a gorgeous move to the basket there.
Was that Harris?
Yes, it was. Javion with 10 in the first half. He now is the second player to reach double figures for Taylor. So Taylor with a rebuild this year with all new players in the starting lineup, and Central Christian with an all-new team. Tough shot and a lean in.
Kyle Baker on the basket.
Baker now with 4 in the first half. Let's see if the Titans play for the best shot or the last shot.
Got to go get the ball.
That's a 5-second violation. They're good defense. You mentioned this earlier.
Yep. But if you're a player, got a 30-second timeout by Taylor. You got a player. You got to go to the basket. You can just sit there. You go to the basket.
Take us inside the huddle of Bobby Waddell. What's he talking about right now?
Right there, I think he's going to talk about the unnecessary turnover. You got to go get the ball. The other thing is, don't do anything stupid here in the first half. Don't get hurt. Play straight up and down defense. If we get the ball back, let's hold for the shot and let's end the game, end the half on a good note. But you got to play much better. I guarantee you, even you're up 39-15, your coaches, your assistants, you're going to ask them to give me 3 things we didn't do right so I can explain in the locker room what we didn't do very well.
Bobby, by the way, was hired in April of 2021. It's year 3 for him, record of 31-13.
Got to be pretty impressive. That's pretty tough basketball up there in Howard County.
Oh, yeah. So let's see what the final shot or final possession potentially looks like as Harris throws in and hands it off to Christian Hall. Connor Binion.
High-low, just like they did in the first quarter.
To Hall. 15 seconds remaining first half.
If you're watching at home, look at the guy at the top of the key in the pink shoes. He'll get the basketball. They'll look for him last.
And they'll have to hurry to do it. In the meantime, shot taken and missed by Dre McClaskey. But a great first half for Taylor. The favorite Titans jumped out 8-0 at the break. They lead 39-15 with a 25-point first quarter and 14 added here in the second.
Warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We never really realize how much we depend on electricity until the power goes out. Get those lights back on when you choose the certified electricians at Bertner Electric Incorporated. Locally owned and operated, we are a member of the Better Business Bureau and provide only the highest quality of customer service. For more information, give us a call today.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
As you see, halftime score 39-15. Keith Myers, Jim Barber with you in this first game of IndianaSRN high school basketball. Thank you very much for joining us. If you're a Taylor fan, and Jim, and you want games on the network doing your games at Taylor, all you have to do is contact me.
It's that easy, huh?
Yeah, that's easy. You know how you do it?
How?
Coach at IndianaSRN.org. We'll be happy to go to Howard County and do some games.
That's not that hard to remember either.
So, be happy to do that for you. Piper Logistics specializes in everything from warehousing to transportation and everything in between. 3 services, 1 solution. We do it all. For future information, give us a call at 317-396-1023. Piper Logistics. So let's take a look at our schedule for the upcoming games. And tomorrow, as we mentioned, Jim and I will be at Guerin Catholic as Guerin Catholic will take on Park Tudor. That's tomorrow night, 7:30 start right here on the network at IndianaSRN. Also, college basketball for you. Rose-Hulman and Illinois Wesleyan. That's Saturday. That's a 2 o'clock start. And the 4 o'clock game, Washington University taking on DePaul. That DePaul team, very, very good, highly rated in women's basketball. Should be great contest for you on Saturday. And then more games for you on Sunday as well. IndianaSRN is the place to go. If you need any more information, contact us at coach@IndianaSRN. We'll take a 2-minute break. We'll come back with a lot more for you right after this.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back!
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to IHSAAfoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 160,000 participants here in Indiana who take part in high school sports.
Jim Barber and the coach Keith Myers. By the way, as you look at the score of our first half of our game for boys basketball, you mentioned DePauw's really good women's team, coached by Chris Huffman. Just got her 700th career win recently. And after last year's 19-8 season, 13-1, by the way, in the conference, they took on defending champion of the NCAA Transylvania and took them to the hilt, losing early this season 60-50. So they're going to be pretty good.
Yeah, speaking of Transylvania, their girls volleyball team and the HCAC has qualified for the Sweet 16. I don't know what they did on Friday. I lost count of those. But I tell you what, that HCAC, IndianaSRN, has all kinds of HCAC basketball. That's pretty good basketball, pretty good conference front and back. You've been involved with that a couple of times yourself.
Yeah, I would say so. By the way, shout out to Taylor High School for doing a Thanksgiving feast. This is something the Kokomo Tribune pointed out they've done for a number of years, where they bring people in with food that are in need to have a nice sit-down. And then they also line up coats to give away as well. They've done this now for 3 or 4 years. It's something the high school puts on and then invites the community to come to, and just completed the Thanksgiving feast recently, and it's a wonderful Christian effort.
And one of the things that you got to love with Taylor being a public school, doing that for their outreach, understand where their community is, what they need to do. Central Christian did a food drive earlier this week as well, canned food. In fact, I think if you brought a canned food in today, you got your ticket for half price. So many people and so many different needs to do that. It's nice to get back to the community. We do that here at IndianaSRN as well. It's kind of cool to get your kids involved in the program. Every single kid in the program, to hand out a shirt or to feed a meal. There's nothing better than that.
Yeah, there's nothing like getting kids involved, too, and having a daughter who's gone through that and contributed to Day Spring in Indianapolis and feeding the hungry. I mean, they come away with an impression that's like no other.
Yep. We would like to thank our sponsors before I take our last break. Morales Group, Aspen Creek Grill, Burtner Electric, Boilermaker 374, Clean Slate, Piper Logistics, the Heartland Collegiate Conference, and Wheeler Mission. Again, if you'd like to have a sponsorship on IndianaSRN, all you got to do is contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. You just got some scores.
Yeah, you know what? I've got the point totals, and I can see that me keeping score is not a good idea. But that's okay. You know, it's my first try at it. I don't feel bad.
Hey, real quick, let's do this. Traders Point beat Providence Crystal Ray today, 33-30. Providence Crystal Ray had a chance to win it at the buzzer, missed a three-point basket. Also, girls basketball, Speedway leads Covenant Christian early in the first half, 21-7. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the second half for you.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Just joining us, start of the second half. Taylor against Central Christian. Titans and Chargers, the team of the Black Unis. Taylor with the lead and with the ball, and that's number 11, Connor Binion. Another nice pass underneath, and they've done it well so far as Javion Harris has his fourth field goal of the night. He's got 8. '24 is Kai Baker. 23, Braylon Davis, who had 5 in the first half. Baker, by the way, had 6. Mason Allen, 3, and Josiah Riggins, 1. That was the scoring for the Chargers in the first half.
If you're new to the game, there are several rule changes this year that we'll go through. One of those being fouls. You get 5 fouls per quarter, and after the 5th, then your team shoots the bonus. There is no longer 1-and-1. It's a double shot foul. Old college game.
Yeah, I like the new rule, by the way.
Yeah. It's changed the officials' way of officiating, I think, a little bit.
And maybe makes the game a little quicker. Who knows? Drive to the basket bit by Keyshawn Galloway. And back comes the Chargers and Josiah Riggins, who leads the attack, and that's going to be a violation on the Chargers.
You call that back and over or over and back?
Yeah, well, both.
Okay.
what they call in football, it's the hook and ladder, or, you've got another phrase for it, too. So,
okay. I knew I can't get you today. I tried. That's my third time to try to get you, and the professionalism's come out.
Wait till we go live tomorrow on location. Drive missed by Binion, and back come the Chargers, looking for their first points here of the second half. Little fadeaway by Braylon Davis. How about him? He's got 7 to lead the Chargers in scoring.
I like that move.
Now on the baseline, McClaskey should have gotten a go. He's got 5 in the first half, and he'll just step to the free throw line for 2. Not the only thing that we noticed from the Titans' first half was some missed free throws, but with a 24-point lead, I'm sure that will get better. Dre at the free throw line hit his only attempt of the first half. Does so here to start the second half.
Unofficially for 4? Is that what you got?
6, but that's close enough.
Yeah, that's fine enough.
I'm going to talk to these veteran radio guys who keep score and been calling 8,000 games.
I just need our statistician back.
I'm spoiled rotten doing television when I don't have to worry about it. 24 is Kai Baker handling out front. Oh, what a nice fake there.
Oh, nice move. Nice strength. Harris.
As for Javion now, double figures with 10 in the first half. And we'll do a reset here. So it's Kai Baker in the backcourt right now. He wears 24.
See, you gave up your dribble right there, far, far away from the basket.
Unfortunately, Josiah Riggins comes and bails him out. Kicks it left side for a 3 on the way, a little too strong. The Titans always looking to bring the ball up to the basket as quickly as possible.
And it looks like he's got 5 kids that can handle the basketball, which is pretty impressive.
That was one of the things he told the Kokomo Tribune about. He said, I've got a lot of guards on this team, and they're all pretty good.
That was Binion.
47-19 Taylor. 3 minutes into the second half. They've led at every junction, starting with the game with an 8-0 lead. Riggins still looking for his first field goal. Handles the ball well, really, though.
Yes, he does. See the little cup there?
Mm-hmm.
You lost control. You lose control of the ball, I think, with that cup. Foul on the floor.
Let's see if it's a shooting foul here with 4:39 to go, third quarter. And ball will be out of bounds underneath the Taylor basket. On the road against Mechanical Saturday. Second of 5 consecutive road games for Bobby Winnell's team.
How about going on the road? You know, you tell your team, we're going to go on the road for 5 times, and you're not coming to play until December 8th at home.
Yeah.
Thanks, Coach.
And imagine if you can win more than half of those games. Pretty drive to the basket there, missed by Hall. We have a foul, and we're going back the other way. Check that, out of bounds, violation.
The good thing is you get 5 of those road games out of the way. That means you got 5 home games late in the year.
Yeah. In fact, they'll have a stretch in there where there'll be play a lot of home games. From the Delphi Classic after that to Riverside, Rossville, Clinton Central, and Western.
How about Baker with the 3-point basket?
Now has 9 for the game. Fast-moving third quarter. The entire game's been fast-moving. 47-22, Taylor Titans. Out front, Jalen Wooten.
Oh, nice.
Christian Hall crossover, missed it. Style points, no field goal, though.
Yep. Don't get any points for that.
Looked like the great Allen Iverson. Remember AI with that ankle-breaking move he had?
Number 3. Look at that, loose ball. Look at that. I like that. You got to be really happy. If you're Coach McKinney, you like that. You trapped the basketball. You went and tackled. Now, you did foul, but you went to go get the basketball.
Now, you were talking earlier in our pregame about 50-50 balls, and while that one wasn't so much on the floor as it was just a tie-up, it was it's kind of a scrum event. A lot of guys got involved.
Get your kids in the game. Get your kids get some contact. That it's not a foul. I love kids when they dove on the floor. My favorite player at all times, Brian Cardinal. He was always on the floor. You didn't have to sweep the floor. He swept it for you.
We'll see the custodian tomorrow night as his son Brayson is one of the stars for Garrett Catholic against Park Tudor. Titans very disciplined, set to look for the good shot underneath. Connor Binion is making himself very active right now, handling the ball right of the arc. No shot clock in the high school game, as you know. Beautiful drive to the basket by number 10, Keyshawn Galloway, who has 7. One thing they know what to do, and when they've got a chance and a look at the goal, they'll charge it.
Gonna put it up.
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe that's the shot you want.
Off the miss.
Look at
like
that.
Yeah.
Off the ball. That's nice.
And that's Jacob Trueblood now with his 3rd field goal. 51-22 with 2.5 to go. 3rd quarter here on IndianaSRN. What are we seeing defensively for the Titans right now?
It's almost like a zone, but it looks like they just go out and get the basket. So I don't know if they're just a 2-3 zone and just want to go chase the basket or whatever. But zone is exactly get yourself out. You won't get in foul trouble that way. Keep the score as distant as you want. And you don't want to reach if you're Taylor. I love this self-control here.
Yeah.
A couple of times they could have shot a jumper but didn't. Well, look at that again.
Everybody gets a touch inside, and with an opportunity for Trueblood, he gets an offensive rebound.
I got him for 8.
And a basket.
They're going to have several people in double figures tonight. They keep this up.
Yes. At least 2 that we know of so far. Off the miss by Kai Baker. And a 31-point difference in the game with 1:21 to go.
If our camera guy next time down the floor can show the lady that's at the desk, we've got some nice things to say about that young lady. If we get an opportunity to do that, Mr. Producer, that would be awesome.
You're calling the shots now here on our broadcast?
Well, no, but we got to honor that lady because she's been around a long time.
I appreciate it. 70 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. So if you're Bob Winnell, are you happy with what you've seen so far tonight?
Yeah, let me tell you, he'll have a list. But, yeah, you got to be pretty happy. Coaches always have lists, Jimmy.
Oh, yeah.
You know that.
And never completely happy either.
No.
Kyler Perry gets the turnover.
You know, the tie didn't come off. He did wear a polo tonight, so I knew that tie wasn't going to come off.
Josiah Riggins on the drive to the basket. A foul out front. Doesn't look like a shooting foul, so it'll be out of bounds.
There you go. That's Mrs. Brown. Mrs. Brown's been around for a long, long time, has done gate for at least 20 years. Loyal lady, volunteers in the front office. When I come in, she knows who I am. She hits the button. She knows where I'm going. Great lady. Have a great day, Mrs. Brown, and happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.
Well done, Coach. Well done. Half a minute to go, 3rd quarter.
They call her Grandma Brown. I can't call her that yet. I'm not part of the family.
And her Twitter or X is going to blow up right now, right? 3 on the way, buried. Allen with the 3. He's got 2 threes on the game, Mason does. Final possession, 3rd quarter, minus a turnover. Dre McClatchy, very composed out there on the give and go. Beautiful pass inside. Man, you can't work it any better than that. Harris with a hoop, 6 in the quarter, 12 for the game. End of 3, all Taylor. Well done, Titans, on the final possession of the third quarter.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Welcome back. Boilermaker Local 374 can offer you a career as an iron ship builder, blacksmith, or general helper. For more information, contact the International Brotherhood of Boilermakers at 219-845-1060.
Is that what you wanted to do?
Excuse me.
Did you want to be an iron maker?
You know, it's a great profession. I do not have the talent for it.
But blacksmith, maybe?
My wife used to say handling a power tool, Jim, is just not your thing, man.
My wife will, when I have a screwdriver, my wife will say, give it up. We cannot afford a new appliance.
He's Keith Myers. I'm Jim Barber. Great to bring you basketball tonight. It's back.
Yes.
As we start the fourth quarter, and Central Christian, the Chargers with the ball.
How about 163 games on IndianaSRN?
Wow. Josiah Riggins almost with his first field goal, but off the block, back the other way they come. And another drive to the basket by number 10, Keyshawn Galloway.
I got him for 9.
Yep.
Yay!
A 3 and 3 field goals. 57-25 is our score. And off the good defense, ball out of bounds to Mason Allen, number 13, and Central Christian. A whole new unit, a whole new program this year for head coach Mike Kinney.
How about brand new unis today, too?
Good for them. Was an assistant under Bobby Brown.
Played for Bobby.
Yep. For taking over this program. That's a tough pass there. And Christian Hall will make you pay for it.
Got him for 6.
So we're at 34-point lead, and if it hits 35, things change a little bit, do they not?
With Indiana, new rule, a 35-plus lead in the second half, the clock will continue to run, except on free throws. They have put that is a sportsmanship rule they put in for every sport. Football, it's 35 points. Basketball, 35. Soccer, it's 9. Lacrosse, it's 12.
Being a former coach, what do you think about it?
I wish there was games that I wish we had it when I was coaching. I have been known to go to officials and say, we're not very good. Just run the clock. I don't care.
Yeah.
And then there's games where we beat some people where the coach would say, can we run the clock? I think coaches know, and so we're in effect of that right now. Coaches know, and they know their kids. You just don't want to drown a kid.
No.
Their spirit is very important. And I'm very impressed that it took this long, to be honest with you, that Central Christian has stayed somewhat competitive in this ball. The game is lopsided, but their physical ability matches up real well with other teams. I mean, you're looking at 90% of this team is freshmen. They played junior high basketball last year.
Sure.
So I'm very pleased with Central Christian has come up and with a good showing. 25 points, maybe not, but they didn't quit.
Started this game down 8-0 and down 25-9 at the end of the first quarter. Titans now starting to run the floor as well as they ever have as McClatchy scores.
And now, Coach, you see Coach saying, relax, we're going to run the offense. got a timeout by Coach McKinney. I do believe it's a full timeout. We'll take a break as well.
Hey, Indiana. Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Tonight's game sponsored in part by the Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Locations in Indianapolis, Zionsville, Anderson, Columbus, and Lafayette. For more info, give them a call, 317-472-7600. This broadcast copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited.
You know what that means?
No.
Prohibited? You know what that means?
Not allowed.
Don't do it.
Void.
My wife says you're prohibited to go into the kitchen and make your steak. That means you can't do it.
Oh, she's tough.
She is. But the house will smell like cookies when I come home tonight.
Oh,
it's
the
Thanksgiving.
holidays. And by the way, our best to everybody for a safe and prosperous Thanksgiving holiday, particularly if you have to travel.
Yes, sir. Travel could be interesting.
Yes. Yes, it could be.
We're staying in Indianapolis.
Good idea.
Okay, now if you're Taylor, you just run your offense here. Or you just shoot a layup just like that.
Yeah. Opportunity for Keyshawn Galloway to reach double figures. He is unofficially the third or maybe fourth player in doubles for the Titans, who in this quarter have scored 12 to none for Central Christian. So it's a learning experience for the Chargers. First varsity game ever for the freshmen. What have they learned?
They learned the game is a lot different. Probably learned the game is a little bit faster, a little bit more physical. Though I will tell you this, they've handled the physicality of this game.
I think so.
Fairly well. For Taylor as well, the running up and down the floor, both teams have run the floor fairly well. Maybe missed shots, quick three-pointers other than looking for the basketball. They'll learn that a little bit. They'll learn a lot from this film. All in all, 25 points in the first time you have ever touched a basketball in a varsity game. I'm all right. I'm okay. I feel pretty confident, especially with the schedule they have.
Won some made threes in this game, too.
Yes. You're looking at a 1A team that's rebuilding. You'll be okay.
Indiana Math and Science up on its schedule next Tuesday night. Maconaquah at home against the Titans on Saturday. A lot of patience right now by the Chargers, looking for the first points of the fourth quarter.
Go to the basket, kick it back out. Just can't buy a basket.
No, tough. Once had a college game now, between Northwestern and Illinois, where Northwestern trailed 23-0 in the first half, with 5 minutes to go in the first half. Whew. I worked with Doug Altenberger, who was a former Illinois Star, and I said, you get to a point where you feel sorry for Northwestern. I said this on the air. And he goes, I don't feel sorry for him. I forgot he had starred for the U of I, for the Illini. 2:45 remaining in the game.
Trueblood is the fourth that has double figures.
Yes, he's got 10. Connor Binion had the great first half with 15. He's been quiet in the second half, but his teammates have done a lot of the work. And he's handled the ball outside nicely, and that breaks the shot out here in the fourth quarter. That's Mason Allen, I think, right?
That's his ninth.
Yeah, 3 threes in the game. A good outside shooter for him. McClatchy, nice move to the basket, and Dre just leaves it a little bit short. Back come the Chargers on the break. There's that fight for that 50-50 ball you talked about.
You know, you look at Taylor, you say they play their first 5 games on the road. Mechanical up there. I mean, that basketball in Howard County in that area is brutal.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Mason Allen has a 3 and a 2 here in the fourth quarter, and he is the first in double figures for the Chargers. That is, if that's what you have on your.
Yes, sir.
Good.
I'm very.
Just wanted to confirm.
I'm pretty confident that I'm much better.
We got to find us.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We got to find a statistician.
Thanks to our director who set me straight. By the way, we want to thank Chance Middleton doing our camera work, and Greg, the genius, doing the 1 and 2s for us. So calm and cool and collected 15 minutes before game time.
Very relaxed.
I was glad that he got us a nice little Coke and gave us a little, cheese and crackers before the game. Thanks, Greg. Appreciate it.
1 minute remaining.
The tie, those just cracks me up with your pink tie.
I'm going to wear a polo tomorrow night, though.
Okay.
That's
great.
Hot atmosphere tomorrow night. Park Tudor, Garin Catholic at Garin in Noblesville.
If you need to go to that game, you should just go. I mean, it's a $6 ticket, or you can watch you can watch it on a big screen. I know several people will be watching on a big screen. In fact, we had some viewing parties tonight. Central Christian was on vacation this week, so I knew the Dumases are watching this game in their living room on their big screen TV.
Good for them. Good to have them with us. Kai Baker's got a chance to reach double figures as well for the Chargers.
A lot of people up at Taylor who didn't make the drive up watching the game tonight. Again, if you would like your team on the air, contact us at coach@IndianaSRN.org. We'll see what we can do for you.
It's your gateway to Indiana sports excellence.
Everywhere.
Yep. Success and sponsorship meet. As Keith mentioned, running clock in the second half except for free throws, so we're stopped at 57 2/10.
He needed to get one more.
Dre McClatchy now into double figures with 11. That gives them, 4, 5 players in doubles?
5 players.
Wow.
That's one of the things that you got to be happy if you're a coach is they were passing the ball. They gave everybody the ball, the opportunity to get a basket.
Lots of assists tonight.
Yes.
So some practices coming up for the Chargers before they play again next week. For the Titans, same thing, and they'll be on the road on Saturday night. Final seconds of this one.
I got a feeling Coach is going to be in the gym on Friday afternoon or Friday morning.
Sure. Maybe a day off for Thanksgiving, huh? Game over. Good effort by both teams tonight. On the 71-30 final in favor of the Titans on opening night for both teams.
And I love this. This is a sign of great sportsmanship. There's your final. Bobby Waddell come back to Indianapolis in a long, long time and probably feel pretty good about that.
And Mike Kinney now knows what he has with all these freshmen, and he will build from there.
Yeah, and you just regroup, and that's what you got to do.
So again, final score tonight, Taylor 71, Central Christian 30 for the coach Keith Myers, Jim Barber. We will see you tomorrow night before a rockin' house at Garin Catholic with Park Tudor.